Welcome to the NFL world, where NFL news starts here, as we're giving you the news before everyone else gets it, as the Ravens are announcing a retirement for one of their players, as Jimmy Smith is retiring from the NFL after 11 seasons. He's been a Ravens cornerback for the entire time of his NFL career, was a Super Bowl champion with the 2012 Ravens. That was Super Bowl 47, if you cannot remember. Jimmy Smith became one of the better cornerbacks and became a full-time player the year after the Super Bowl run. So, Jimmy Smith, who's had a couple of injuries, has had injuries the last couple of years that have caused him to miss some time, is now retiring after 11 seasons. For the Ravens, this is a guy who was the last remaining part of that Super Bowl run. No one else is there. So it's kind of the end of an era of the Super Bowl of the 2012 Baltimore Ravens. Something surprising, or not surprising, but not anticipated, happened yesterday as Kenny Pickett was put in for relief for Mitch Trubisky, as the Pittsburgh Steelers at one point were winning 14-3 or something like that, ended up losing 24-20. They put Kenny Pickett in. It didn't matter, they lost to the Jets. But I think now it's the time. You're 1-3. You gotta make a decision. Like, obviously, I can't say it's Mitch Trubisky's fault all the way. I'm not saying that. Bad play calling, players not going 100%, and then obviously the Mitch Trubisky factor does not help it either. So, can you pick it now? Makes a lot of sense. Aaron Rodgers was talking about the Packers' win against the Patriots, and he said the way we've been winning is not sustainable, which I completely agree with. The last 2 weeks, your first two actual drives, you looked very good. You looked very talented on offense, and then got completely shut down. In Tampa, you scored on a 10-play drive and then a 12-play drive that both went for touchdowns. Then you did nothing the remainder of the game. And then on last night against the Patriots, in their third-string quarterback, Bailey Zappi, you scored 24 points. However, it was 24 all at one point, and yet you guys couldn't move the ball. You've ended up winning the game in overtime, but it should not have gone that far. The New Orleans Saints have had a very tough year so far, as they lost to the Vikings yesterday in the UK because of a double doink. It was a 64-yard field goal. They had a chance to tie the game. It was 28-25. Vikings were winning. 61-yard field goal from Will Lutz. Ended up being a double doink, and the Vikings beat the Saints. I will make note, the Saints had Andy Dalton starting because Jameis Winston was not playing. The offense did look better, or was it because the Vikings' defense isn't very good? But I tend to believe the offense looked better with Andy Dalton at full strength than Jameis Winston with fractures in his back. I just tend to believe that. Bills wide receiver Jamison Crowder, after the win against the Baltimore Ravens, it was discovered that he broke his ankle and did not, like, when he broke his ankle, is now out indefinitely, probably for the entire season. A veteran presence, maybe you can go find someone that can take that role. Maybe you do other packages, but losing Jamison Crowder, again, was kind of like the Thunder Lightning combination for a lot of these teams, mostly running back, but for the Bills it was wide receivers with Isaiah McKenzie and Jamison Crowder. Now Jamison Crowder out for the year could be a definite loss for the Thunder and Lightning combination. The Raiders won their first game against the rival Broncos, in which the Raiders looked better. Not in terms of what they were doing was better, but in terms of they beat the Broncos. However, they let the Broncos score at 20 points. So take that as you wish. The Ravens also, when they were against the Bills this past week, they lost. They were at one point winning 20-3, lost 23 to 20. They have no defense. Everyone's banged up. Marcus Peters is banged up. Their secondary is all banged up. They got no defense. They can't stop anybody. In fact, in the final quarter, with about 4 minutes left, they went for it on fourth down. Now, I understand you went for it on fourth down, because you realize if I don't get it, they're on the 2-yard line. But if we do get it, we got a touchdown. But take the field goal. And according to John Harbaugh, who had said, the analytics, the numbers said that we should go for it. Now, I'm tired of this, okay? I'm tired of this. You gotta change momentum, I get it. But you gotta just win the game. It's a sloppy game, the rain is coming, like, it's muddy, it's messed up. You gotta kick the field goal in that situation. You got Justin Tucker. I'd rather lose with Justin Tucker making a field goal than not doing that and just saying, let's just... And also, force Lamar to throw in a rain game, which there's nowhere for him to throw the ball. And then, due to the fact that you can't stop anybody, the Bills just go right down the field, kick a field goal, and they won the game. And finally, does Mike McCarthy at least deserve some of the credit? To which the answer is yes. You can say the Cowboys look more prepared now with Mike McCarthy this year than they did last year. That's some credit that Mike McCarthy does deserve. However, the Dallas Cowboys head coach does not get any credit. In fact, if the Cowboys win, he gets no credit. If the Cowboys lose, he gets all the blame. He deserves some credit. He's a good coach. He's not, I'm not saying he's Sean Payton. I'm not saying he's Bill Belichick. But he deserves some credit for what he's being able to do with a backup quarterback.